Hello and Assalamualaikum guys. Today I'm going to make a video on how Etihad Cargo surviving through this COVID-19 pandemic. Before that, let me introduce myself. I am SHURIANA binti ABDUL Malik, PDL 1905147 and I am from DL M60. So without further ado, let's get started. There will be 5 main points that I'll be talking in this video. So I'm going to start with my first point, which is what is network carriers. Network carriers is a network of scheduled air services to and from the hub airport or secondary hub airport. A secondary hub airport, which defined as an airport with at least one base network carrier offering connecting opportunities with several primary routes that offered to passengers and numerous medium-haul routes. It is a carrier that transits from one airport to another airport to arrive at its destination. It usually uses a major hub airport through which they schedule short and long haul flights. The factors on why passengers choose network carriers are often trade-off convenience, which they can avoid jet lag. It also offers standard of service and frequent flyer award. Next is how integrated cargo network operates. It commonly provides a door-to-door service with the support of their transportation network via air, land, and sea. It also offers mature infrastructure and their own cargo hubs and distribution center to facilitate the requirement of door-to-door and customized services. It also implements checkpoint system that provide real-time monitoring of each collection stages, consignment, and records. My second point is about low-cost carriers' business model. Freight forwarder can arrange the best means of transport to customers by using the services of low-cost carriers as it offers more benefits. So my first point is simple product. It focuses on providing the lowest ticket price with no extra service such as meals on board provided in order to cut down the cost. It also offers more seats which are narrow in order to have a large capacity on plane and maximize seat density so it is less comfortable. It also tends to be more popular among majority of the public as people tend to find low budget airline in order to save costs. My second point is low operating costs. It has standard fleet, which means they tend to have one single aircraft type. It only lands on secondary airports where the landing fee is much lower as compared to core airports. It has a shorter turnaround time to avoid paying higher tax charges on parking and more trips equal to more work for the staff plus more passengers. It also has lower training of pilots, technicians, and help cut down costs in maintenance, repairs, and spare parts. My third point is positioning. They will market themselves mainly to non-business passengers such as leisure passengers and price-sensitive passengers. They also target business travelers as well in order to grow their market to a more large perspective. They also use influencers such as Nilofa to attract more passengers and customers for freight forwarder. So with these 3 points that I just mentioned, low-cost carriers may encourage more customers or shippers to use freight forwarder service at the airport. My third point is air cargo products. It is a service offered that involves a ground and air transport component. Basically, it is not a physical item but services that consumers find useful. So I'm going to explain 4 Etihad cargo products, which is my first point is safe and secure shipment. Basically, they transport dangerous goods, which the shipment is handled with extra care and attention to guarantee that it is delivered safely. It also have an experienced team qualified to handle dangerous goods, which really important as it really sensitive with their surrounding. They also fully compliant with all IATA dangerous good regulations and have dedicated area for storage of dangerous goods. My second point is fast and reliable services. It is an express shipping service which sends time-sensitive cargo with preferential access to capacity, late acceptance, and early retrieval of cargo. They are transporting pharmaceuticals, medical supplies, and fresh produce such as fresh fruits, vegetables, dairy, and flowers. It also has 24 hours real-time tracking and shipment arrival notification in order to know the exact location of the products. My third point is innovative cargo systems. It allows track and trace through the cargo facilities, better control of short connecting shipments, and real-time status updates. It enables their teams to plan, evaluate, and adapt to changes in flight arrivals, customer requests, and forward movement of cargo quickly and efficiently. And last but not least, import and export services. They provide import and export services as well as comprehensive delivery processes for airlines, freight forwarders, and other stakeholders at Abu Dhabi Airport. They incorporate a fully equipped perishable center, temperature control room, pallet screening, futuristic CCTV for valuable cargo, and 24-hour end-to-end cargo support. My fourth point is about air cargo issues. Firstly, grounded aircraft are brought back into service in order to cover the delay because of the capacity shortage. The recovery usually took at least 12 months or more, depending on aircraft availability and price at that time. It may give substantial boost to capacity after the delay. Second is having more dedicated cargo charter flights with no passengers and just belly cargo in order to serve some really important markets. This is because shippers may look to other alternatives such as ocean and rail to keep the global economy moving. It will avoid severe capacity constraints when the peak season for air cargo started. My third point is ability is capped by the shortage of belly capacity normally provided by passengers aircraft. This high value commerce is vital to helping restore COVID-damaged economies. The critical role of air cargo is playing in distributing life-saving vaccines that must continue for the foreseeable future. And lastly, all governments need to step up to keep global supply chains open. IATA has sought fast-track procedures for overflight and landing permits for cargo operations, particularly in key manufacturing hubs in Asia. This is to avoid delays of important cargo flights filled with life-saving medical supplies and equipment. My last point is air cargo prospects. Before that, gross domestic products give information about the size of the economy and how an economy is performing. My first point is gross domestic product can be used as an indicator of the general health of the economy. In other words, we can increase the air cargo demand if the gross domestic product is high as we have a healthy economy. For your information, economic downturns may affect the demand of air cargo. The decline of gross domestic product across several countries in the region will affect both outbound and inbound air cargo demand. Second, we can make preparation for future crises like external political and economic sanctions. It will restrict air cargo access to the economy, and the inbound passengers' demand to other countries was negatively affected by the economic sanction during the pandemic. The local governments may influence demand by imposing travel restrictions. In particular, changes in visa requirement may constrain both inbound and outbound tourism development. So, if we know the gross domestic product current trend, we can avoid those problems earlier. And lastly, gross domestic product growth rate provides favorable environment for business growth which increase the volume of exports, imports, and general demand for air cargo transport. Global economic trend is a very significant thing since the demand for air cargo relies on economic performance of origin countries. The expansion in the national economy result in increases in overall freight demand. I think that's all from me. Thank you for watching.